Hi, Norm Norlander here again. I would like to show you what has become my very favorite fly for fishing silver salmon up in Alaska. I call it a bunny clouser. It really works well. It's a very easy fly to tie. A fly typically is tied on about a size number 2 hook. What we're going to use here is a Wright McGill number 2. I've got one. And we set that little beauty in there. It's a nice heavy hook. Thread I'm going to use is called flat wax nylon. It's bright hot pink colored. We're going to start up here at the front, take a few wraps, trim the thread off. It's pretty strong. You want to use your scissors to cut it rather than try to pop it off. Next I'm going to use some of this stuff. This is, we call it a braid. It's kind of a mylar silver pearlescent material. You can get that down at the artsy craftsy store. Cut a little piece off. And the way I do this, guys, is I'm going to take and just fold it around the hook and tie it on like so. You don't have to be terribly fussy. Spiral to the back of the hook, okay? Now when you cut the tail off, this has become the tail of the fly, don't cut it off like a paintbrush. Cut it off at a very shallow angle, and then you can brush it out. There we go. Use a wire brush like this. You can brush that out. It'll do it for you as soon as it hits the water a couple times. But that's what the finished tail is going to look like. Next I'm going to lay in a little piece of this silver mylar tinsel, and that's going to be our rib, so we'll catch that with a soft loop. And I'm going to cut a little piece off there, and we'll stick that back in our material holder. Now, using the vise, one of the neat things about your Norvise is you can lay on even thread like this, just edge to edge, and use it to form the body of your fly. Okay, all the way up there, and I cut off that little piece of tail. Now, take your rib material. We'll make a winding check here. That's the first wrap, and then about 5 wraps forward. Come up to the front, tie it off like so, and you can trim that. I'm using some dumbbell eyes. These are really heavy little rascals. You can see that they do look like little dumbbells. And we'll figure 8 those on pretty much back and forth a couple times. Tighten them by making a turn or two. End up with your thread in front of the eyes. Okay? Next I'm going to take a piece of bunny strip. This is a rabbit strip that's hot fluorescent pink. And we're going to cut it about 2.5 inches long. Be about right for this particular size. Neat trick here is we're going to tie it in what's called a reverse Clouser style, where we tie it in upside down and in front of the eyes. Take a couple nice wraps like so, good and firm, and then getting back. Fold this up between the eyes, and it makes a nice, neat, tidy head. Roll in a half hitch, come back to the whip finish, and you're good to go, guys. That's all there is to it. It's just a wonderful pattern. It fishes really well, casts easy, has a little bit of action and color to it, and a lot of flash. Try it. I think you'll really like it.